What's up, everybody? What's up? You are now tuned in to Harrison Family Vlogs live stream Tuesday night at 9 p.m. How's everybody doing? So before I go any further, I think I need to shout out the people that are in the chat right now because you guys were the first ones here. So let me just shout you guys out. We got Kaney Morton building. What up? How you doing? Us Never Them. They're here for it. Whatever we're talking about, they are here for. I love the support. Thank you so much. Before I go any further, did you guys hit that like button yet? Yo, this phone. I kid you. I start talking, then the phone wants to start talking. Let me put you on mute. Hopefully there's no emergencies. All right. So, hit that like button for me. We got Jay Wetfield, first time here, I think. New here from Kane's band. What's up, Kane? Sending all his people here. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Who else we got? Connor Maynard. What's up? Brandon Nightwolf. What's up, family? Glad you're back here. We have Elena is in the house. What up, sis? How you doing? Machi or Maki? I think it's Machi. It could be Maki. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Edward Smart. What's up? What's up? Miss Purple is here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, Sticks Girl just stepped into the room. Kaboom. Guess who stepped in the room? What's up, sis? How are you? Was watching a live stream. You guys have some dope conversation. Some dope conversation. You and I Am Content. It's dope. I like her name. It's I Am Content, or it could be I Am Content. Your pick. It is what it is. So what's up, sis? How you doing? Glad you are here. If you guys can hear me okay, please let me know in the chat that you can hear me okay. If you see me okay, let me know in the chat that you see me okay. It's the first one. Is your first one here? Oh, it's Machi. All right, cool. It's not Maki. It's Machi. All right. You know I'm going to drink my coffee, right? You know I got to drink my coffee in my Did You Pray About It mug. All right? You know I'm going to do it. I got another mug coming in this week from my Teespring samples. But that one just has Harrison Family Vlogs on both sides. So hopefully on Saturday when I go live, I'll be displaying that one for you guys. I shouldn't be drinking coffee right now because I got to be up for tutoring in the morning. But coffee is just so good. I tell you, man. Just so good. If you like coffee, put a coffee emoji in the chat. Let me know if you like coffee. I love coffee. And the thing is, I was never really a coffee person. You know what did it for me? College. Being up late night, doing them papers, studying, doing all-nighters. That's what got me into coffee. Specifically, Bustelo. If you never had Bustelo, that's some good stuff there. They say it's like a cappuccino or something like that. Not cappuccino. Is it cappuccino? The really strong coffee that's meant to be done as a shot, but I make it like regular coffee and then put some cream in it because, yeah, I can't drink black coffee, but I do love the coffee, the taste with some nice flavored creamer. Liam is in the house. What's up? Welcome back. Salindel put the coffee emoji, and she likes tea also. My sister from the UK, she's a tea drinker, which I appreciate because I love tea too. My favorite tea is green tea. Oh, Liam, you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better, bro. Man, what happened? Like, what are your symptoms? Is it the hope it's not COVID-19. And if it is, I'm praying for a quick recovery. You know, we need you healthy. Yeah. Who else is in the chat? Who else is watching? Anybody lurking and creeping without being in the chat? Let me know you're here. I want to interact with you tonight. Yeah, my day was good, but I think I sprained my foot or something. Oh, man. So, I have, when I was 15, I was playing in a basketball game. Was I 15? Yeah, I think I was 15. It was the beginning of my sophomore year. We had a scrimmage game against a team, and this little kid playing went up to lay up the ball. And I went to go block it, and I came down, landed right on his foot, and rolled my ankle. The doctor told me it would have been better if I broke it. Now, my ankle, even now that I'm 40, this happened, 25 years ago? Even now, till this day, I'm susceptible of rolling my ankle just in casual sport. So a couple of weeks ago, I went hiking and rolled my ankle. So I have to be careful with that. It's the flu. I lost my voice. I'm going to be on vocal rest. Yeah, well, first off, why are you even talking? Don't even talk. Oh, you're typing. Sorry. That's right. You're typing. You can type. Don't you say a word, because we need you well. We need that. We need those vocals doing their thing. All right? No bandmates sick. We need you. All right? Cool. All right, so listen. Tonight's topic is going to be an interesting one because, Tuesday nights I like to talk about relationships. As an educator, I spend most of my time during the day teaching children. I'm an elementary school teacher by day, but at night, when I'm home, if I'm not on YouTube, I am doing research about relationships and counseling and coaching couples and families with relationship challenges they may have or helping them with relationship tune-ups. I have a master's in marriage and family counseling. I also have a master's in education, teaching. So I use one master's in a day. I got to use the other masters at night. Otherwise, I'll be wasting my money. So Tuesday nights is pretty much dedicated to providing relationship help and advice to people that want it. So if you're watching this on a Tuesday night, it's because I'm giving you guys some tools for your relationships. I am not an expert. Don't compare me to Stefan or Derek Jackson. I'm not. First off, they got that like that swag going. Like I'm a corny father. I'm a corny dad. That's what I am. But I learned a couple of things in my studies that I want to be able to turnkey to couples in hopes to help them. As you know, I'm a divorcee also. And I also want to see if I can help a couple on the brink of divorce and bring them back to a loving togetherness type of relationship. Eminem Journey, what's up? Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you being here. One question about the revision thing, if it's okay. If you don't need to tell me. Well, ask the question, sis. I got you. Ask the question. And Eminem Journey, thank you so much for being here. Tonight's discussion is going to be about when the love grows cold. Sometimes in marriages, couples been married for so long and then they wind up, quote unquote, falling out of love with one another. And I'm going to share a little bit about my thoughts on falling in and falling out of love. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But you guys seem to be wanting to converse in the chat. So I appreciate the connection. I appreciate the community. And I am thankful for my YouTube community because you guys are here every Tuesday, every Saturday morning, and every day at 3 p.m. when I upload. I didn't upload yesterday, so please forgive me. I had a busy day yesterday. I had a busy day today. I didn't record. I may have a busy day tomorrow. And I haven't recorded today. I didn't record. I may not have time to record tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'm going to upload a video at 3 p.m. Tomorrow. I'm going to try to bang it out. We'll see. Oh, it's just a revision for the exam for school, just in general, if you know. Well, what are you looking to revise? That's my question. I think I asked that too. What are you looking to revise? Wait, Liam is your lead singer? All right, listen, from now on, I'm subscribing text messaging communication to you. You are not allowed to talk. Okay, Liam? You're not allowed to talk, not allowed to say anything. All right? If Kane calls you up and say, hey, bro, I got some news. All right? You hang up the phone and say, bro, text me. What are you doing? Harrison Family Vlog said not to talk. Don't be calling me. All right? Cool. Well, let me know what kind of revisions you want to make. Okay, what kind of assignment is it? All right. So, back to the conversation at hand. When the love grows cold, falling in and out of love. So, there are some people who get married, and very recently, as maybe this past week, one of my favorite hip hop artists of all time is getting a divorce from her husband. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of MC Lyte, but I've been a fan of MC Lyte for years, and I highly respect her. I'm not gonna lie, I got a small crush on MC Lyte. Always have since I was a kid. I always thought that MC Lyte was the most beautiful thing in hip hop. Still do. But she's getting a divorce from her husband after 3 years, citing irreconcilable differences. Now, I don't know what was going on in their marriage, so I am not speculating why they're getting a divorce. However, what I can say is Many couples who do get divorced and they cite irreconcilable differences do that because they feel like they fell out of love with the person that they married. And we're going to talk about why falling in and falling out of love is the most dangerous type of relationship, the most dangerous type of marriage to get into. Any topics like for school in general? Yeah, I can definitely help you out with that. Okay, and I can do a premiere about that too. So thanks for the ideas, and I'm going to definitely look into that, especially as the school year starts to commence. Yeah. So I do not believe in this concept of falling in and falling out of love with somebody. I do not. And the reason why is because the concept of love itself, love is not just an emotion. I think if it's done right, the emotion of love can follow. But unless you choose to love somebody, when that person doesn't love you, or when you don't love that person anymore, you don't want to be with that person. You have to make a commitment first before allowing the emotions to fall. One of my another favorite hip hop artist of mine, another female, Lauryn Hill. In a lecture, she talked about how people don't know how to love. Most cases, we love what stimulates us. If it stimulates us, we love it. If it makes us happy, we love it. We don't really know the true definition of love. So, when something makes us happy, or when someone makes us happy, we love them. But when they no longer make us happy, we don't love them anymore. We fall out of love with it. Pretty much what you're saying is, I've used you for whatever selfish, emotional reasons that I've had, and since you don't stimulate me anymore, be gone, peasant. Be gone. That's exactly what it is. So when you can fall in and out of love with somebody, you're pretty much saying you're only there simply to stimulate me, stimulate my emotions. And if you don't stimulate my emotions anymore, I'm leaving you. That is a selfish idea of relationships and marriage. And if you got into your marriage because your husband or your wife makes you feel loved and you love them, and you got married for the wrong reasons. And I'm going to say it right now, you got married for the wrong reasons. You may not like to hear it, but I'm going to tell it to you. You got married for the wrong reasons. Teespring.com. Hit up my link in the description. It's there. Get your very own But Did You Pray About It mug. And you guys have been going to my Teespring, buying my stuff and supporting the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I had another payout this week. Thank you. I appreciate it. Not monetized yet on YouTube, but you guys have been supporting the channel by purchasing merchandise on my Teespring. So keep it up and get something to support the channel. All right? Yeah. So we're going to talk about why that happens and what couples can do to try to avoid that. And the first thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to give this to you right now, because some of you guys may not want to stay for the whole thing, because we go live for a whole hour. So I'll give this to you if you want to leave. You got to make the decision and a choice to love the person that you're going to be with. It pretty much boils down to that. But if you really want actionable tips to help your marriage, if you find yourself in a place where you're falling out of love, or you feel like your spouse may be falling out of love with you, this is for you. This is for you. It happens when disaffection happens, when affection is removed from the marriage, and that's a sign that somebody may not have that emotional connection to you. Thanks. When I see one of my band members call, I'll ignore. Good, Liam. Ignore them. Yeah. So we're going to talk about love, falling out of it, quote unquote, whatever. But then the true nature and the true beauty in love. Zachary knows what's going on. Glad you're here. Appreciate you coming through. All right. So what are some of the reasons why people lose affection in their marriages? And there's a couple of reasons why. We're going to go over those reasons. And again, whatever I share on my live streams about relationships, it's not exhaustive. I'm not telling you that this is exactly everything that you need to know and everything that I'm going to give you will help you. it may take further research on your part. The goal of what my goal is out of this is to hopefully get you guys to a place where you can develop self-resiliency and self-motivating type of skills to help yourself when you go through marriage problems. Because I promise you, now I know there's some youngins in the chat today. I promise you, one thing that will be guaranteed in your marriage is hard times. You will have hard times in your marriage. I guarantee that. Whether you are a believer in God or not, you're going to have hard times in your marriage. So with that hard times, and here's the thing, when hard times come and emotions tend to change, disaffection starts to happen. And it's because you guys really didn't make a true commitment to love one another, no matter what. Miss Purple says, love is when you stop using I and you use us, our, and we. That's why you should make sure you are physically, spiritually, and mentally connected. You better preach. Come on. That's right. Oh, Shernette Williams in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. She's listening while cooking. Okay. All right. Got the food in the kitchen. All right. Mama in the kitchen cooking rice. That's not an appropriate song. As kids, there are some songs we used to sing as kids that are not appropriate. Like the whole Rockabye Baby. That is a morbid song. Rockabye Baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Why is the baby up in the treetop in the first place? Don't know. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle. Mommies used to sing that to their babies. No wonder we're all traumatized. Crazy. All right, mama in the kitchen cooking rice. Daddy's outside shooting dice. Brothers in jail raising hell. Listen, we used to sing some crazy songs as kids. Never again. My kids are going to be singing some nice, wholesome songs. All right. All right. Zachary can be our leader until Liam gets well. All right, cool. So there are a couple of reasons. Back to the topic. I'm like, I go off sometimes, and I got to bring it back to myself. So relationships, when things get hard, the couple have to stand together. Because honestly speaking, when tension happens and friction happens, that's what makes people come closer and work better together. When times get hard and you feel like you need to be apart, both people will crumble. But if you guys stay together and hold each other down in the hard times, your relationship only gets stronger. Hard times is meant to bring you closer together, not to pull you further away. Remember that. So, a couple of reasons why people will become less affectionate in a marriage or a relationship. One of those things is stress. I'm not sure if you've ever been stressed out, but when you are stressed out, sometimes the effects of stress is that you're not motivated to do anything. You're not motivated to be around anyone. You don't want to see no one. You don't want to talk to no one. You just want to be by yourself. You don't want to be touched. You don't want to be engaged with. You just want to be left alone. That's not always a positive. Sometimes we need to just get away. If something's stressing us out, I need to self-cope. I need to go away for a second. Give me some space. Let me do my breathing exercises. And then we'll come back and we talk about it. All right. But stress is one of those things that could allow relationships to crumble in the area of affection. It's hard to be affectionate when you are stressed out. Imagine this. All right. Now, for the most part, men are more physical than women. Men tend to be physical initiators. They like to initiate physical activity with their wives. Right. But then we live in a time today where we have higher cost of living without the higher pay to cost that living. You know what I'm saying? So in most homes, in middle class homes, we have even in middle class homes, you have two parents working. So dad goes to work, comes home, sits on the couch and chills. Mom goes to work, comes home, does homework, cleans, laundry, dinner, checks homework, all that stuff. And then when she's all done, dad wants to tap her on the shoulder while they're in bed together and say, hey, baby, you tired? No, she's stressed out. She spent all day working 9 to 5 just like you. Then had to come home and take care of the kids, cook, clean, dishes, all that stuff. And you sat and watched TV. She's stressed out. No, she's not going to want to be affectionate. Anybody who is really stressed out will not want to be affectionate. So that's a cause of a lack of affection in relationships. That's one cause. Not the cause, but one cause. And I think that it's important for stress triggers alerts. Yeah. And I think we have to be considerate of our partner, understanding. If they are stressed out, let's not add that extra stress, okay? And have them needing now to perform for us. No. Next, selfishness and sin. All right. So I come from a very biblical perspective when I talk to you guys in everything. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I'm also a loving person type of Christian. I love people in a genuine way. And although I hold the Bible to in high esteem, the Bible tells me to love people as Christ loved the church. So, like, that's my role. We can disagree. I'm going to love you anyway. That's how I am. I'm going to hear you anyway. I'm going to serve you anyway. And maybe the goal is to see you come to Christ. But if that's not the case, trust me, I'm serving you because I genuinely love you, right? So, sin and selfishness is another thing that causes disaffection in marriages. Ms. Purple says that's why the husband should help with the duties. Absolutely. And that's the whole thing about gender roles, right? I do agree with roles in the home. I don't think that those roles are specific to gender. There are some jobs in the home that needs to be completed, and we can divide those jobs appropriately to whoever is stronger in that specific area. For instance, I don't like folding laundry, but I love doing it. I'll gather all the clothes and separate all that. I just don't like folding it. But my future wife may like folding it. All right. I may not like cooking, and she may like cooking. But you know what? I'm good at doing the dishes, so I'm going to help with the dishes. All right. My wife may not be good at academics. You know what? I got a degree in teaching. I help the kids with homework. All right. While you get dinner prepared. All right. It's all about balance and supporting one another. And so Miss Purple, amazing point. All right. So where was I? Sin and selfishness. All right. When sin creeps into the marriage, disaffection tends to happen because mistrust happens. If your partner continually sins against you, you don't trust them anymore. How do you allow yourself to be physically open and affectionate with somebody that you do not trust? It's not easy. It's not easy. It's almost impossible in a marriage. You'll start developing resentful feelings toward your partner. Dare I say hate? You may start hating your partner. You know, so we got to be careful with what we allow in our marriages. Remaining and staying faithful to the person that we are married to, no matter what. Not allowing, allowing yourself to meet at the water cooler with the cute office staff, and talk to them about your marriage problems, because that will lead to stuff. And selfishness. Selfishness is big in a marriage. Again, we talked about love in the beginning, right? And how we love what stimulates us. If you are loving something that just stimulates you, you are selfish. Yeah, I said it. Because you need to choose to love somebody. Love is a selfless act. I love you because I choose to love you, regardless of how you make me feel. You can get on my last nerve. My last nerve. You know what? I'm going to love you anyway. I'm going to love you anyway. Love has nothing to do with how you make me feel. That's selfishness. All right? No water cooler chat. That's right. And sorry, there's like a 25-second delay. So I'm saying this now. You're hearing this 25 seconds later. That's what Streamlabs does. Oh, let me not talk bad about Streamlabs, because every time I talk bad about them, they want to start skipping frames. Streamlabs, I love you. Not because of what you do for me, because that's selfish. Just because I appreciate you, Streamlabs. All right. So we got to be careful with that selfishness. We got to be careful with it. So I have the amazing privilege of officiating weddings. As you know, I'm an ordained minister, still ordained. I can officiate weddings. I can even start a church tomorrow if I wanted to. I was a pastor for over 10 years and ordained, licensed to marry in all 50 states, even in the provinces and all that stuff. I may be able to even do weddings in different countries. I have done weddings in Mexico, Jamaica. Yeah, so I'm licensed. I can perform weddings. But one of the things I tell the couples that I marry is when they do their vows, I don't want them to say anything about how they make them feel. The vows are what acts of commitment and love you're going to do for your partner. We hear that a lot, right? And then what happens is we start hearing how the man is talking about how his wife makes him feel like she treats me like a king. She loves me no matter what. She rides for me. She does this for me. She does that for me. And that's why I want to marry her. And we sit in the audience and we're like, oh, how cute, how sweet. Wait a second. Did he mention anything about what he does for her and vice versa? He treats me like a queen. He provides. He does this. He does that. He loves my kids and he gives my kid. He takes care of my kids. And whoa, how are you loving him? What are you doing for him? Marriage is about what I'm willing to do for you, not what you're willing to do for me. That's selfish. I can't. Like I said on your last live, if you cheat on me, it's over. You're not going to mix another woman's soul and your soul with my soul. That's right. That's right. No soul mixing here. Nah, we don't mix souls. It's you and I till we die. Nobody else is up in this. All right. So I hear you, Miss Purple. I hear you. So let me get a sip of my coffee. Some chapstick too, because I have I don't think my lips are chapped. I just don't like my lips feeling dry. I could do the whole LL Cool J thing and lick my lips, but I don't have that same kind of appeal he does when he does it, or when he did do it back in the 90s and 2000s. All right, so back to the topic. So avoid selfishness in your marriage. That's one of the reasons why people start becoming less affectionate in their marriages. All right. Satanic assault. Like when the enemy wants to attack, he's going to attack the family. One of the things about we have to understand. Strong families build strong communities, right? And if the enemy wants broken families, broken communities, or broken cultures, he's going to break the family. The family is the cornerstone, the centerpiece of strong communities. Period. All right? So we got to make sure that we don't allow that to creep in. Sensei Lacar, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you being here. How you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. All right. Next, unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. Again, that can go under the umbrella of selfishness as well. For instance, your marriage will complete you. No, it won't. Nope. Nope. Your marriage is not meant to complete you. It's meant to complement you. There's a difference. Your marriage is not meant to complete you. You don't need anybody trying to save you. You don't need anybody trying to come, for me to live the life that I want to live, I need to be married. No. Your marriage will always complement you, not save you. All right? Oh, and you're watching from the Philippines? Yo, we just went international. What's up? And you from the Philippines, you from the other side of the globe, the other side of the circle, you on the other side. So thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you being here from the bottom of my corazón. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right. Next, expectation. Your spouse won't hurt you. I guarantee, another guarantee, that sometime within your marriage, your spouse is going to hurt you. Your spouse may say something that hurts you, may do something that hurts you, may not show respect all the time. You will be hurt in your marriage. The Hopefully not physical, but sometimes you may be emotionally hurt, and it's going to happen. Your feelings may be hurt. Yes, your feelings is going to be hurt in a marriage, and it happens. It happens. Don't go in expecting that your spouse will never hurt your feelings. It's going to happen because we're not perfect. We're flawed people. We're human beings. We're flesh. Sometimes we have selfishness that creeps up, and we have to check that feeling. You will get hurt. All right? The beautiful thing about a marriage that's based on choice and commitment is that because they hurt you, they will choose to love you and are committed to making you better and helping you heal past that hurt, offering an opportunity for them to repent and forgive or be forgiven for what they did. Because you're married, life will be easy. Another unrealistic expectation. Your life isn't going to be easy. It's not guaranteed. It may be better, but it may not be easy. It may be, manageable, but it may not be easy. Okay? In fact, life itself isn't easy. Imagine being single and having hard times, and now being married, having your hard time and then having them to cope with their hard time as well. Let's not go into marriage with unrealistic expectations, because if you do, you're going to find yourself losing affection for the person that you married. Next, business time and pressures, right? Business and pressures. There's some of us that work jobs that are heavily demanding on us. Heavily. You heard Shanette Williams just now? She said hit that like button. Go ahead, do it right now. I'll give you a second. Did you do it? Good. So, some jobs are heavily demanding on us. One of the most official ways that you can cause your wife or your husband to lose affection for you is working a whole lot of hours and ignoring your family. Your spouse will lose affection for you. I'm not going to say that they'll cheat necessarily, but you'll start finding that you're doing 12, 13-hour shifts and you come home and your wife isn't as engaged or your husband isn't as engaged with you. And that's because of the demands that your job has. Sometimes we have to stop and think about what's really important in life. Is it to work so that you can have a big house? Or is it to develop a happy home? Big house doesn't necessarily equate to a happy home. In fact, sometimes the bigger the house, the more unhappy the home is. You have a house with, 10,000 square feet. Johnny's room is over there. Timberly's room is over there. Mom and Dad's room is over there. And they barely see each other. And not even for dinner. They don't even eat dinner together. They eat in their rooms. So bigger doesn't always mean better. So working a lot isn't always the answer of creating a happy marriage. It could be a response to or the cause of disaffection and unaffection, lack of affection in a marriage. Be careful and be cautious, all right? Now, a couple of things that would help you guys, right, is to reframe your marriage story, all right? I'm getting like a lot of these resources from Dr. Tim Clinton. He's a marriage counselor and a marriage therapist. And he talks about reframing your marriage. Look to see how you can redefine your marriage. Come and talk to each other. Say, listen, babe, I noticed that we don't show love as much as we did. We're no longer affectionate with one another. Why is that? And be open and to honest dialogue about that, because you could be the problem. You could be the problem. And I'm telling you now, nobody wants to hear that they are the problem. No one wants to hear that, because they get defensive and all of a sudden, what do you mean I'm the problem? You the problem. What are you talking about? I'm the problem. If you really love and care about the relationship, you have to be open to the possibility that you are the cause of the problem. And that goes for both the husband and the wife. Another sip of the coffee. So we have to be open to that, right? So, reframe the marriage. Have honest and open dialogue about the problem and possible causes of it. And be open to listening and receiving and making changes. And then say, this is what we want our marriage to look like. This is what it looked like for the past 2 years, past 5 years, past 2 months. What do we want our marriage to look like going forward? What is it going to take for us to get there? Asking questions and having dialogue just like that. Next, respond to each other. Don't react to each other. Ooh, you ever been in a situation where something is done and you felt like it was bad and you reacted right away without responding? Like you just react, like boom, and it's explosive. But you don't respond. Responding and reacting. Here's the difference. Reacting doesn't think to understand. It just wants to do. Responding seeks to understand, and if necessary, they do. All right? We have to respond to conflicts, not react to conflicts. Okay? That's also a tip and a tool for developing emotional intelligence. Responding to things as opposed to reacting to things. We're human beings, and some of us are quick to react. I have students that are quick to react. Quick to react. And it's a recipe for disaster, for emotional unintelligence. And remember, that's a very important thing in almost every relationship that you develop, in every aspect, whether it's professional or personal. Developing emotional intelligence is extremely important for yourself. You'll find yourself in a place of peace when you're able to respond to conflict, because then the goal is to seek answers and find a conclusion, not to react. Ms. Purple says, I also say talk to each other and not at each other. That's an amazing point. Talk to and not at each other. And I think that's a tough one, because some people don't know the difference. When you're talking with or to someone, you're sharing with them your perspective about something, right? And it's not done in a demeaning way. Some of us can speak in a way that's so demeaning that it's meant to bring the listener down. When you are talking to someone, you're looking to bring them up. When you're speaking with somebody, you're looking to bring them up. For instance, I'll give an example of that, and I'm glad you brought that up, Ms. Purple. Couples argue, right? Some couples argue, and when they argue, they're looking to tear down their partner. However, when couples argue, they should argue in a way that's going to uplift the partner. So let's say if the partner did something that offended you or upsets you, you can speak to them in a way that uplifts them to the point where they understand, and it can make them an even stronger spouse. What you did hurt me. It made me feel like this. And I'm not sure what I did to make that happen, but I would appreciate it if you don't do it anymore, because it makes me feel like I'm not important to you or I'm not loved. So please, don't hurt me like that again. Right? I know you're a good husband. I know you're a good wife. And you try your hardest, and I acknowledge that. But this specific thing that you did to me hurt me really bad. Let's uplift. Let's uplift. That kind of conversation is meant to uplift your partner, not tear down. All right. We got Marty Stamps. All right, I'm going to try to say this, Marty. Marty Stampelkoski. Marty Stampelkoski. If I said that wrong, please forgive me. I'm glad you're here, though. But if I did say that right, put a coffee emoji in the chat for me, and I would have greatly appreciated it. I'm glad that you're here. All right? So respond to each other, not react to each other. Next, find a marriage mentor or a marriage coach. In fact, I may know a good marriage coach for you. All right. Or a marriage mentor. And usually when I say find a marriage mentor, I say find a couple that you know that's been married for a decent amount of years, that has proven to love each other through the hard times, and and join forces with them for them to be your mentors in marriage. One of the things that we have lost in present day is guidance from older people in our communities. We don't really want the guidance from older people. We want people to mind their own business, stay out of ours, and leave us alone. We're good here. We're doing what we do. You do what you do, and we'll be fine. But that tears down and breaks apart the community. We need older people to guide us. We do. We need experience to help us. Why learn from trial and error when we can learn from somebody else's trial and error and glean from their experience, right? So find a marriage mentor that can help you guys navigate through the troubles that you guys are going to face. Not may face, but going to face. Finding a marriage mentor. Trust me, it'll help you. You'll thank me later. Next, have a pursuable dream for your marriage. Like, what is your marriage going to look like? And make it attainable. Don't be like, and I'm not talking about like physical, like physical things, or like, things like, oh, well, in my marriage, I see a big house, and I see multiple cars, and I see boats and RVs, and I see vacations, and none of that superficial kind of stuff. I'm talking about relationships. What are some attainable goals that you guys can reach for your relationship? Am I saying those things are things that you should not talk about? Absolutely. If you guys have a goal to buy a house, get together and plan that out. I'm not saying not to do that, but don't let that be the focus of your marriage. No. What are some things that you guys can pursue today that you guys can actually reach as it pertains to your relationship, right? That's important. That's important. Next up. Remember that God designed marriage for it to be till death. And I believe that God has also provided the tools for us to overcome almost any challenge. No, overcome every challenge that we will face in our marriages. He has already, like, if you read the Bible, like, the Bible has some amazing tools that we can apply that relates to people and relates to our spouses. Don't be afraid to seek God for your marriage. Figure out, like, why would God design marriage in the first place? And see why he designed marriage, and use that as sort of like the barometer, the go-to, the rule book of what your marriage should really look like. And what I want to challenge you guys, and here's what we tend to do. When we read the Bible, we tend to read the Bible like this. I'm opening up the Bible, like, what do I get from what the scripture says? What do I get from it? Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to read it in a way that you are going to learn something from it, not what you can sort of like understand from it. The Bible is pretty clear. And if you're reading an English version of the Bible that's easy to understand, don't try to like read too much into it. Like, what is this scripture saying to me? No, because somebody may read the same thing and get something else. The Bible is exactly what it says. What it says is what it means. So you read it according to what it says, not what you feel it says, or not what your personal interpretation is. Because the second we go into interpretation, we start interpreting things the way we want it to come out. We interpret in a way that favors whatever outcome that we want. That's why Democrats and Republicans can look at the same data and get two totally different outcomes from it. No, what does the data say? Let's leave it at that. Miss Purple, for me, I'm 52 and never been married, but I have always helped others in their relationships. Honestly, I have actually helped couples from getting a divorce. That's amazing. That's an amazing gift and a ministry in itself, because divorce is big today, man. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce. A lot of those marriages get married because they love each other or they fell in love with each other. Falling in love leaves for the opportunity for somebody to fall out of love. Again, that's based on stimulation. Loving will stimulate us. I love coffee. But did you pray about it, mug? Oh, why isn't it focusing? There we are. I love coffee. But do I really love coffee? I love it because it stimulates me. I don't choose to love coffee. In fact, this is an acquired taste. I grew to like the taste. I don't love it, but we say we love it. In the American language, we use love for almost everything that stimulates us. I love this Contigo because it keeps my coffee hot. It makes me feel good. I love this ring light because it makes my skin look fresh and doesn't. No, actually, my skin looks kind of crazy, to be honest with you. I love this phone because it has fast internet for me, and it has high bezels, and it takes great pictures, and it's a Samsung Galaxy phone and not a whack phone. I mean, an iPhone. So I love it. So we tend to love even objects. I love water, but I'm not gonna lie. I choose to love water because this is definitely a choice because it's the greatest drink on the planet. It's the purest drink on the planet. Mixing coffee and water is not the most wisest thing. But, yeah, we got to understand what love really is. My brother, Prophet, hey, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. We just connected, too. What's going on, bro? Thank you so much. Hey, Just Teresa, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. So, that whole love thing, we get it twisted. That's why we can fall in and out of love with something. Because we love what stimulates us. I will probably love coffee for the rest of my life because it continues to stimulate me. But in relationships, that doesn't happen all the time. We want to get married to somebody and we want them to continue to stimulate us. Dance for me, monkey. Dance. And that's what we're pretty much saying. I love you because you do these things for me. I don't ever want somebody to love me because I'm doing things for them. I want them to love me because they choose to love me for who I am, no matter what I do. Love me, because that's how I'm going to love you. Because there's going to come a time when I'm not going to stimulate you the way you want to be stimulated. I'm not perfect. What happens then? You're going to fall out of love with me? What happens if I get into a bad car accident and I can no longer walk? And I can't stimulate you the way I used to because I'm paralyzed from the neck down. Do you fall out of love for me? We have a very twisted concept of what love is because we're selfish. And we have been taught in this very materialistic type of society that we love what stimulates us. You can love a person, but be in love with them. Now, am I saying you can't be in love with them? That's not. I'm with you, Miss Purple. I'm with you, Miss Purple. But the difference is this. If I choose to love you, I can be in love with you, right? But if you don't stimulate me, I may not have the same emotional feelings I have for you right now, but I still love you because I'm committed to you. I'm choosing to love you regardless. So it goes beyond the falling in love part and being in love. Because if you can be in love, you can be out of love. So we gotta go beyond the whole in love thing and understand what love really is, and it's a matter of choice and commitment. And I try to equate love with God's love, right? Men have continually disobeyed and dishonored and disgraced God. But yet he chooses to love us, that he sent his son to die for us. That's a choice. It's not a matter of us stimulating him. God loves us despite us stimulating him, because he chooses to love us. That's the type of love that husbands need to have for their wives. that wives need to have for their husbands. Marley December's in the building with a coffee emoji. What's up? So yeah. Word. So you can love a person but be in love with them. It's only the actions, not their words. Facts. I know a lot of couples like that, not really connecting like they used to. Preach it, my brother prophet. Amen. Thank you. And just Teresa, yeah. So we're talking about now how we can go from that to incorporating again and allowing that love to happen once again, that affection to happen once again. And one of the things that people we really need to do is those steps. Marriage mentor. Be open and honest with each other, and be willing to be willing and open to you being the problem in that relationship. Making those changes that need to be made. All right, and then allowing that love, that affection, to grow again in a marriage. We look at arranged marriages, which in today's day people don't usually get into. But data shows that arranged marriages tend to work. And the reason why is because they get married, and then at that point they choose to love their spouse. Also at that point they allow that the feeling of love, the being in love part to grow. So when they got married off the basis of choosing to love one another, not falling in love with the person and then marrying them, which is why arranged marriages tend to work. But then it's not always the healthiest thing, because then you got domineering men who think that it's okay to abuse their wives and stuff. So again, that's all very individualized. So, and I'll say that. My friend just called me and I hung up. He just good. That's right. You tell him text me. I can't be talking. All right, Liam. See, look, he's accepting my advice. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So for real, my ex-husband had prostate cancer and couldn't perform anymore. I still loved and was in love with him. See, yeah, and that's a matter. Yeah, like you chose to do it, right? And then you allowed yourself never to lose that. So we have to get to the point where we're not trying to just find somebody and marry somebody that stimulates us, because stimulation can come and go. I've been married 10 years, and with my husband, first 18 years. We are still as silly as we were back then. LOL. We have our days, but we have learned how to recover from it and keep moving. Just Teresa, you should be on here, not me. Like I should, you know what? You should just come in, and I'm gonna go, because like that's what I'm talking about. That right there is what I'm talking about, just Teresa. Right? You said it best. Like you said, we have our days, but we have learned how to recover. Recover. Come on. That's right. His performance wasn't the key to our marriage. Yeah. It's a plus. You know, it's like it doesn't open up the door to the marriage, but it does make a house feel good. But that's not what opens up the door to the marriage. So I feel you on that. But just Teresa, amazing. So that's dope. And that's the whole point of this. I think we can like even close with that. That's the point. Been married 10 years, and was with your husband, I think 18 years before that. And you're still as silly as you were back then. All right. And even though you have your days, you guys have learned how to recover. You guys made the choice that no matter what, we're going to love each other. Once we have that choice etched in our marriage, that's the foundation, we know we can recover from it all. So if I don't get stimulated by my husband, we know that we can recover from it because we choose to love one another, period. All right. Oh, Lena, try to sleep. It's late for you. You should be in bed. Try to sleep. Yeah, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. You have to learn from your mistakes and avoid it in the future. Facts. But I see a lot of people who do not do that. And that's because it's too much prideful. People don't want to be told that they made a mistake. People don't want to be told they're the problem. I mentioned this earlier in the chat, in the live stream. People don't want to be told they're the problem in the relationship. That's why it's important that when there is an issue, you have to be open to the possibility that you are the problem. Avoid the pride and selfishness. What do I need to do to make this marriage work? Wait, are you saying that I'm the problem? How? Wow, maybe you're right. I have been doing that. I have been working a lot lately. I have not been considerate of your needs. I have not been helping you out around the house. You know, no wonder you're no longer affectionate toward me. You know what, babe? I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better because I don't like where we are right now. And now that I know that it's largely because I haven't been there for you, I'm going to make these changes and I'm going to make it better. I'm going to make it better. So we have to learn from my mistakes. Yep. You're so right, Just Teresa. All right. Yeah, please try your best. All right. And have a good night. All right. And also, I got like, how many more minutes do I have in here? I have like, 3 more minutes, 4 more minutes before I call it a night. I'm going to sleep exactly at 10 p.m. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because I got to finish my coffee. I don't waste coffee either. I will finish my coffee. Just Teresa says, the thing that I have noticed triggers him. I do not do or say anymore, and vice versa. But communication is key. Can't grow if you're not talking. Why am I here talking about this? Like, you need to be here. Just come up. Dang, I don't have a panel. You know what? Maybe I'll use StreamYards and just have Just Teresa come in my lives and get me my watch hours because she got some good stuff to say. By the way, I haven't been watching this because it's not for my age. And all right, and I respect that. 3 hours more? No, I'll be sleeping for the next 3 hours. That's my goal. So yeah, but that's amazing. That's dope. And we can do that in marriages. We know what triggers our spouses, and if we want to get them upset, we tend to pull those triggers. How do you love somebody and then pull their triggers? Do you really love them? Do you really love the person that you are purposely trying to upset? Kenley V, what's up? By the way, if you don't know, this Thursday at 6:30, 7:30. Put the time in, Kenley V. I will be on her panel talking about blended families this Thursday. So make sure you guys join in. Go to Kenley V. Right, you know what? Let me see if I can put that in the chat. Hold on. I am going to find that link. You know what? Better yet, here's what I'm going to do. Because I should have done that. Kenley V, can you do me a favor? I'm going to make you a moderator. And what I want you to do, Kenley V, is get the link for our live stream on Thursday. And I want you to put the link in the chat. Can you do that for me? Please? Can you? 7:30. All right. All right, Kenley V, can you do that for me? So go to your channel, get that link, pull that link, and put it in the chat for us. And what I want everybody to do is go to that link in a different tab. Do not leave this tab. Right-click on that link, open up a new tab. And then when you open up that new tab, I want you to hit the set reminder so it reminds you that we're going live on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I'm glad you're here, Kenley V. Thank you so much. Molly says that's part of the recipe for a solid foundation right there, Just Teresa. I agree. I have to step off for the night, finishing a movie with the kiddos. Have a good night, everyone. We'll check the link. Thank you so much, Sharnette Williams. Enjoy your movie night with the kids. Have a good night. I'll be doing this topic soon, too. All right, Just Teresa, you need to. And if you do it, man, let me know. I'm going to make sure to watch that because really want to be in the chat for that conversation. And your experience will definitely help so many people. Ken Levy dropped the link. So do me a favor, everybody. Right-click on the link. Open that link in a new tab. When it opens up, I want you guys to hit the set reminder button so that it will remind you of the live. And if you have not subscribed to her yet, subscribe to her. Candidly V just hit 1,000 subscribers. I was in the live stream watching and was on the panel when she hit 1K. Are you going to have a 1K party, Candidly V? What's up? He's calling again. Listen, text me. Stop calling me. I need to rest my vocals. That's right. That is what broke our marriage. My ex-husband would never accept his faults and mistakes with the other women. And and again, if you don't accept it, he's not looking to make it work. So that's important. Okay, it looks like it's my time. So I'm going to go call it a night, get some rest, go to sleep. Although other women aren't mistakes in my eyes, it's a calculated choice. It is a choice. It's a choice to love you. It's a choice for men and women to step out of their marriage. Make the right choices. Period. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not done so yet, and you would like to join the Harrison Extended Family, hit the subscribe button to join the Harrison Extended Family. Hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when I go live. If you have not gone to Candidly V, do that right now. Hit that link. Hit the set reminder, and be live on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. as we talk about blended families. Yes, I'm going to have the 1K party next Sunday. All right. Cool. I want my invite, and I want VIP access too. All right, Candidly V, I want VIP access. And like this live stream, share it out if you think it's going to help another couple. Even though we talked about a whole lot of stuff outside of the topic, but I can't not engage with you guys in the chat. I love you guys. You guys are my family. All right, guys. So I'm calling it a night. God bless you. Good night, and until hopefully tomorrow at 3 p.m. or the day after, but definitely Saturday at 10 a.m. Peace.